Greetings, everyone. Welcome to another edition of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility. I'm your host, Pete Pardo, publisher and CEO of SOT. Today, we're going to take a look at the brand new Gary Moore Live from London limited edition box set release. A sensational live album for all of you who, like me, terribly miss Gary Moore since he left us all those years ago. Man, it seems like yesterday, but the years are just flying by. So this was recorded live in London, December 2nd, 2009. Not too long before Gary Moore left this world. It's a cool little box set, so we'll do a little unboxing here, and then I'll tell you a little bit about it. So here we have, and this is out on Provog Records, a division of Mascot. Okay, so what do you get in this box set? Well, when you open it up, got a little clamshell box here. You get the actual CD itself. Okay, so here we got it in a digipack. Okay. All right, plenty of info on the show. Okay. Again, recorded at the London's Islington Academy on December 2nd, 2009. Featuring Gary on vocals and guitar, Vic Martin on keys, Peter Reese on bass, and Steve Dixon on drums. All right. What else we got in here? So we have a couple of guitar picks. All right, you have to actually punch them out. You can probably, there you can kind of see them. There's three of them actually. So you got Gary's head. You got here and there. I have not done that yet. I'm not sure I actually will. You got a couple coasters. All right. Got a sticker. And you got, hold on, one more thing here. A postcard. Kind of an interesting choice to put in there. I think a little poster would have been kind of cool. But, a cool little box set of goodies, I think, if you're a Gary Moore fan. I'm probably going to put the box with all the goodies away in the closet for safekeeping, and the actual CD is going to go up on the shelf. So what do we got here? So obviously, this is during the latter half of Gary's career before he passed away. So he was doing mostly the blues rock thing, okay? But you got a lot of his more notable songs from that part of his career. It kicks off with Oh Pretty Woman, okay? You got Bad For You Baby, Down the Line, Since I Met You Baby, Have You Heard, All Your Love is great on here. You got Mojo Boogie, I'll Love You More Than You'll Ever Know. Great kind of tender, slow blues with some ripping guitar solos here. You got Too Tired, upbeat, ferocious, also / Gary's Blues 1. Okay, a lot of guitar soloing on this album. A very emotional, excellent version of Still Got the Blues. Okay, you got a up-tempo, gritty rendition of Walking By Myself. All right, a fun, The Blues Is All Right, and then of course it ends 13 tracks here. It ends with a very emotional take on Parisian Walkways. All right, which is what most people consider a Gary Moore classic, right? All it's missing on here is, of course, Phil Lynott. That's about it. But, some great rendition. I mean, Oh Pretty Woman is a great way to kick off this set. If you like the bluesy stuff from him, a lot of the tunes that you're probably familiar with from a lot of those blues albums that came out throughout the 90s and the early 2000s, a lot of the more notable stuff is represented here. But fear not, for those of you who love his hard rock and metal stuff from the 80s. I mean, a lot of the solos on here are cranked up and metallic. So, he despite the fact that he's playing just basically all blues stuff here, his soloing is just as ferocious as ever. He's just got that killer Gary Moore tone and technique. It's all throughout this. And, again, I heard that this was out. I had to get it. And then I actually held on to it for a couple days before I listened to it because Gary Moore's very special to me. And I really miss this guy a lot. and I needed to prepare myself to actually sit down and listen to this. And I knew it was going to be an emotional experience. So the first time I put this on, I was kind of like, I was getting misty-eyed. I'm like, oh my God, I miss this guy. You know, it's what a player. He's been such an influence on my life, you know, as far as, you know, musically speaking, and just loved his guitar playing. I love his vocals. I love so many of his albums and songs. And, you know, as a kid, I emulating, trying to play any Gary Moore lick that I could, right? And so this was special for me, because it's the first, you know, new thing we've had, you know, from Gary Moore archives in a while. But now it's like I'm listening to it, and it's like an old friend's coming back to visit, you know, and it's pretty special. So I think if you're a fan, you got to have this, right? Even if you're someone who maybe likes the hard rock stuff better than the blues stuff, I still think you got to get this, because it's a great little, you know, great little set with all sorts of cool goodies in it. And I'm glad they put this out. You know, it's the guy was special. He was special. Special guitar player, special vocalist. And here he is, you know, ripping through some killer blues and blues rock cuts, you know, as if he was still 40 years old, right? And, you know, meanwhile, it was late 50s at the time. So Gary Moore, live from London, the box set, limited edition from Provogue / Mascot Records. Get it if you haven't. I think you'll enjoy it, as I have been. So visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. Of course, we're here on the Mighty YouTube all the damn time. Coming up, hopefully later this afternoon, I'm going to rank the albums of Black Country Communion. I know they only have 4 of them, but we're gonna rank them. So I know we got a lot of people asking. So stay tuned for that, and a lot more coming tomorrow, right? So we'll see you then. Take care. Bye-bye.